Today, beautiful people, I am going to show you some Object 268 gaming action. I'm going to show you two different battles which I had today, and they are very different, but quite same at the same time. Anyway, the main reason why this first battle is over here is we are going to use some crazy nuts-based defending, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to see that in a moment where a lot of interesting things are going to happen, and the second battle is just the non-stop slap face, which is, you know, higher damage for oriented battle, let's put it that way. But both of them very hard fought battles, and I gave it my everything in both of them. You are going to enjoy this, let me just tell you that. First up we have Konkievika. Take that, 836 damage. Thank you very, very much. Now, this is a Westfield encounter. I was thinking about, yeah, I should snipe, maybe I should snipe on the base over there as well, where a lot of tank destroyers are. But if you look at this battle, we have 7 tank destroyers in this matchmaking, and I didn't want to be one of the guys who is fighting for the player speaking, or, you know, maybe no one is speaking at all over there, because when I would play a heavy tank and I see 7 tank destroyers on Westfield encounter, I would honestly second guess, or maybe even quattro guess, if I should ever peek the middle, because this could be very devastating, right? And so I decided to play the village over here straight from, right from the get-go, playing the village. This is my favorite position actually, where to come. Knocking over some trees over here, knocking over this tree and that tree next to the house as well. You can also use it like, this works better for tank destroyers or tanks that has a turret as well. Gives you more flexibility and, you know, just makes you feel safer. Ooh, prototype over here. We might get a shot off into that prototype if this guy peeks again, and hello. Yes, there it is. 649 damage into the side of that prototype. Nice. And this is what this position can do. Many times if there are more heavy tanks, more beakers, I'm able to slap them from here, left, right and center. But you are not super safe over here. You're not 100% safe over here, because enemy also likes to play the village, of course, right? Anyway, the Konkievika guys, who we slapped before and who was able to run away with 100 hit points, plays actually a massive role in this battle. You are going to see that very, very soon once again. So contradictions also lurking around in the village, and I can see that already from this position, or from this stage onwards. Like, gap could be a problem, guys, because if you look at the minimap, we only have Miel over there, but I believe Miel doesn't really want to commit to that. We do have one sniper back there, Skoda D50, but we have absolutely no one in the south. And they have a couple tanks missing, like Leopard PTA, Prototypo, KPZ. We have a couple tanks missing, which does worry me quite a bit. And yep, you can see that more and more tanks are getting interested about the gap. Boom! That's a nice blind kill over here to get rid of this Dezrng. That was much needed. We still have some time left on the gap. We don't have to rush. We don't have to hurry. D54 was pushing in. Luckily, was getting spotted by the Rhino, and I was able to get into the safety. AP round going into the lower plate. I'm taking my time aiming in the shot because I didn't want to let that guy getting away. And I was actually willing to even take one shot in return over there just to make sure that I'm able to take out his D54D. But now, third guy enters the gap, and we have 20 seconds left to defend the base, and absolutely no one is even moving for that. Miel is actually running away. Miel was shooting Leopard PTA, I believe. So we have 8 seconds left to save this game, to get someone spotted over here, to simply drive in, and we are going. We are a tier 10 tank destroyer, and we are going in. There is Hori. I think this Hori was, yeah, this Hori was not gapping the most over here. Wiggle, 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 trying to make this guy miss somehow, because 268 armor can actually be very, very troll. I almost didn't find gun depression. 268 has a big gun depression issue, actually. And let's pause over here for a second, guys. Luckily, was able to take out this Hori 1. So, how is the situation looking like? I am the only one over here, legitimately surrounded by 4 tanks. We had 5 tanks over here before, but I was able to take out this hoary one, luckily, so it was 5 over here. Now, 268 is very scary, but if this guy peeks over there, he should get slapped by our guys over there, but this Contradictions and the Konkiavika guys, who has the most gap points, is hiding behind the house. I definitely do not want to go to the other side because the enemy KPZ 3 project is still missing. I'm trying to get as close to the Contradictions as possible to make him bounce at least one shot or maybe bounce both of the shots because the pikey nose on 268 can bounce quite a bit, I would say so. So just trying to do some stuff over here and trying to use the houses to hide. Now I'm basically just praying that Leopard BTA is not going to rush me down, or this 268 is not going to rush me down, and 268 is actually the one who is coming in, guys, and 268 took the shot on the move and did not penetrate. That is my lucky day once again. Now finally the base snipers are helping me out over here. 268 is going down through the hands of STRV, and another vehicle bites the dust, and Prototypo 6. I just thought, man, maybe I can get some breathing room over here. I wanted to take that shot and it just didn't go. I had green in the lower plate. If I would have hit the lower plate, this would have been a penetration, but sadly I did not hit the lower plate and I had to turn around, and here it is. Come on, face hug once again, face hug once again. Please bounce at least one. Okay, let's do a little swivelly. I can't even speak over here. And my teammates are telling me to fall back. Like, where the hell do I fall back? This D95 was actually pinging me way more in live battles. I don't know why it doesn't show over here. When it happened live, it was actually fun even. I was like, where the hell do I go, mate? I can't fall back anymore. D95, maybe he thought I can open up, but I couldn't open up. Okay, this Konkiavika is playing indeed, but he's not rushing me down. So what I do over here is I just shoot the tracks to get the gapping pressure out of the way, guys. This guy had the most points. I do not have to worry about the gap anymore. Now we can just move around and maybe find some more time looking at the Konkiavika while this Leopard PT is coming in, who was able to nail me and putting me on 8 hit points. So I had to rush this guy down as well because KPZ 3 is also rushing us down right now. Now I'm trying to do a little juke maneuver over here, showing that I'm going towards the spawn, but actually now taking a long road and a long way back to the other side of this match, and the base has been saved, guys. We were surrounded by, at one point, at the highest point basically, with 5 tanks, and we were able to pull this off, guys, to defend the gap. This battle, however, is still not over yet. 705A is still alive, and 705A, I think, is able to take out Rhino as well. Also, the super high epic DPM tank now, KPZ3, which after the buff is actually very nice. I have to say, I quite liked it and I quite enjoyed it. Maybe episode about KPZ is also coming up. Yes, there it is. 705A destroyed Rhino. So now zooming out, I can see KPZ. Yep, KPZ is coming in. KPZ was looking for me from that direction, but did not find. Now I was thinking maybe this guy is trying towards me, maybe not. Do I have a shot? I got spotted, actually. I got spotted. Okay, this guy keeps going. This guy keeps going. And he's not even thinking about trying towards me. So me, using the bushes over here, trying to be smart with my 8 hit points, trying to maybe get some spotting as well. And now this guy, like, could have been driving to deep into the village, but did not get spotted by D95. So, or maybe I didn't peek it high enough. Maybe this KPZ could have been already on this side as well. So now we have some big questions over here. And there will be quite a long waiting time. Waiting came, so let's speed it up over here. Times 8 speed. T95 is going into the gap. I'm just waiting from different angle, hoping to see either KPZ making a move or 705A making a move, because now we have the gap pressure and they have to do something. Lat Stridsfordon is still in the base. Eventually decides to move up as well. We have 1 minute 30 seconds left on the gap. T95 is now going into the hiding. At first was kind of defending. I am looking from this side, not hoping, but thinking maybe KPZ wants to flank from this side. If KPZ is coming, I have it covered. T95 has that area covered. T95 can one-shot both 705A and also KPZ. KPZ was over there and decided to flank at the final moments basically, and Lat is able to get his guy, and me now joining the gap. T95 should have the invader medal as well. T95 who told me to fall back like 5-6 times, I don't know. It didn't show in the replay file for some reason, but believe me when I say that this guy was telling us to fall back quite many times. And we get the double win, ladies and gentlemen. A cap, full base cap, and also every single vehicle destroyed. And what a defending it was up over here. Contradictions, Konkievika, 268, Leopard BTA, Hori, 1T95 said thank you as well. And this guy, who was this guy? Konkievika. Protodipo joined the fight, also KPZ later. It was a crazy fight, guys. Together with the blind shot, very juicy battle. I would say the feeling I got out of this battle was just beautiful, you know, because today was a rough day when it comes to winning the battles. But to get a win like that, you know, it gets you pumped up, because we had basically no seconds, no time left to defend the base. I was the only one going there, and luckily with the support from the allies as well, who told me to fall back, we were able to defend it. But now let's jump into the next one, which is also quite intense. And this battle happened on Lakeville, guys. It is a tier 9 battle, and once again it is encounter battle. Today I have to say encounter battles worked quite nicely, and we have to come back to that blind shot what you just witnessed later in the match, guys. Or maybe it was this one, I don't know. Anyway, something happened with those shots. For example, they were hits, or one of those was a hit, guys. So, we have encountered Lakeville, turn and battle, double RT. We had one light tank as well. Yeah, we have Manticore, they have Sheridan, but Sheridan is taking the middle control to its team and actually surviving for quite some time. Manticore is spotting the other side of the lake over here, but sadly not able to spot much, to be honest with you. So encounter, basically what I'm hoping that our team is not sending too many tanks to the valley, because encounter we have to first and foremost secure the base, so we do not get outgapped by the enemies, right? At least send enough tanks over here. Or if you see that you do not have enough tanks over here, you could join this flank as well. Do you have a couple guns over here, you know, to defend the base if needed, to reset the base if needed. And someone knocked over this tree very nicely for me. I can use this to take some shots without getting spotted. E75 is going in. Nothing spotted still, and there was Leopard PTA sneaking, guys. And wait for it! Wait for it! Poppa! That's a beautiful full HP Amorak. Now, as far as the start of the battle goes, guys, I can say this definitely is not the worst one. Leopard PTA Amorak popped from full HP. But, looking at the minimap, looking at the tanks they have over here, things are looking quite spicy. They have way more tanks over here, and they have a lot of armor over here. E3, D30, IS-7, this VK as well. We need to slap them fast. We need to slap them hard. We are behind with hit points as well. Enemy team is also kind of winning the valley. FE4005, well, 268 does what 268 does. It doesn't get penetrated, you know, into the upper plate that easily. And I was able to put one other shot into VK4502B without having to worry about D30 being able to shoot me right away, because VK's side was blocking the corner of the church. But this D30 decided to go full ham, actually. And luckily got slapped by Toro, was set on fire, and someone else slapped this guy, one of the Panzer 7s, I believe. By the way, our Panzer 7 platoon, who I had big hopes for, has been fully destroyed. Like, actually, fully wiped out by the enemy team, by E3, by I7, by DZT, E75 as well. Those guys were not able to do much, sadly. And now they have the big gap pressure on. They have more tanks over here, more HP. E75 is the only one over here. I can see DZT. We need to lower the number, so I'm going for the lower HP tank over here. We need to go for the kill. And IS-7 is going after E75. I do not want to go too deep over here, because FE4005 is still missing, and we know FE4005 was over here, and yep, here it is, guys, here it is. I am going to try to sneak a quick shot into IS-7. IS-7 took a shot on the move and missed. Silly mistake by that IS-7, I have to say, actually. And now, seeing that this guy is not charging me down, I'm actually going to take the trade. I remember when this battle happened on the stream, I said, okay, let me take the trade. I was willing to receive a shot to take this guy out of the match, because we really needed it, right? We lost the valley. Enemy team has the middle control as well. And now we have Manti in the base. FE4005 is also over there. I'm loading high explosive over here. I should be able to penetrate that, and sadly not. 1000 damage chance wiped away, guys. I don't know how or where the hell did I hit this guy. Maybe to the top of the engine deck, not into the side, because that guy has basically no armor in the side. Now going back to the HE round, and I heard FE4005 firing. I am going in because me and Manti, both of us, we can take this guy out before this FE can shoot again. So I'm going to hit this guy with high explosive and with a massive low roll, actually. I low rolled over there 895, while my alpha is 1100. I said this guy should be one shot HE, ram, and then Manti can take it out before he can reload, right? But that low roll did put me into a hairy situation, so I decided to ram the side again, and luckily fast enough to fire again before FE fired. Here is Sheridan. Okay, Sheridan. I was fully aiming it in, hoping to get a shot off, and Sheridan luckily goes down. Charfutur did the job to the perfection, guys. So now we have two options. We could cap, or we could try to locate the 268 and artilleries as well. I usually, when there are so many tanks alive, I do not really want to go for the cap right away, especially when there are two artists as well. It just could put us into a bad situation. And after I saw that Char actually decided to charge the middle and failed miserably, ladies and gentlemen. You wanna see where our Char is, guys? Let me show it to you really quickly. Our Char is... What is 121 doing over here? Our Char is looking for the pot of gold in the center of the lake, guys. But luckily, I was able to put a shot into 268 version 5, who after that shot, receiving 731 damage, was hiding behind the rock, and I didn't get a chance to shoot it again. Manti is still capping, so now thinking... Should I get an angle on the 268? I really do not want to charge 268 down when there are artists live as well, but then we see 268 spotted over there by FE. FE45 actually spotted this guy because Manti did not have a vision. I believe so. Going for the blind shot over here, which is not the connection, sadly. And Leopard 1 spotted on the right side with 1037 hit points, guys. What do you think? Where did this guy lose 800 hit points? And smack! Just like that, 516 damage into Object 268 version 5. And artilleries have been spotted as well. T-30 gets 1 arty, and I should be able to get the second one. Beautiful. 450 hit points. That is also my Top Gun over here. And now I thought, should I go for the Leopard 1 or am I happy with the Top Gun? And let's just secure the win, because FE is a 2-shot for Leopard. I was like, okay, let's leave FE over there to deal with his Leopard 1, you know, to secure the gap with the Manti. I think winning is better, right? As I said, this day today was very rough when it comes to winning. I think after first 45 battles I had 16... Yes, 45 battles I had 16 wins. So, pretty crazy, right? Losing 2/3 of the battles, you know. Taking a win like that comes a long way. And 8,337 damage done. What you can see, base has been gapped. GG to Manti, GG to FE, and we did pretty good slapping over here as well. Now, this Leopard, what you saw over there, guys, had 1,000 hit points. And it turns out, this guy lost those 800 hit points to me. This guy right over here. And I have 9,167 damage over here. If I would have known that, I think I would have tried to get 10k damage. But I didn't. In the game I had 8,354 damage visible. I would have gone after the 10k, because Manticore and FE in the middle, I think that would have secured the battle already. A little victory over here. Manti is 2-shot, FE is 2-shot, you know, everybody being a 2-shot. But it's... How is the saying? Better bird in the hands than something on the roof. Something like that. Anyway, good battle. 9,167 damage done over here. 6 kills, 1.2k XP. Ace tanker as well, high caliber. Top Gun, demolition expert for blowing up the first Leopard PJ. 18 shots, 13 hits, and 12 penetrations. Minus 38,000 on ammunition. I think we used only a couple heat rounds over here versus that VK. The rest were HE and AP rounds. The AP penetration is nice, you know, 303 pen. It is pretty damn juicy. And yeah, this was the previous battle. So, ladies and gentlemen, Object 268. Me playing it actually for the first time on my account. First battles were a couple days ago on my account after it has been sitting over there for 4 or 5 years. I had it researched, I had it purchased, sitting in my garage with 0 battles. And I gotta say, I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. The big problem is the gun, I would say the gun depression. It has only 5 degrees of gun depression. You know, if we look at the gun depression stats over here, it has good DPM, good penetration. It has 395 heat pen, which is nuts, right? And with this new experimental equipment unit as well, it helps it quite a lot. You know, it boosts the aiming time and accuracy at the same time, then boosting DPM and mobility plus gun handling with experimental turbo over here. So yeah, Object 268, guys, quite surprise, big slappy battles, interesting action. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, today's battles. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I will catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, take care, and bye.